2021, it is about Mongol invasions. So that is one topic we will discuss. That is, it was during the time of Iltutmish that Genghis Khan reached the Indus in pursuit of fugitive Khawarizm prince. We will discuss this concept. It was in the reign of Muhammad bin Tughlaq that Timur occupied Multan and crossed the Indus. Now, Timur had occupied during Nasiruddin Muhammad Tughlaq, not Muhammad bin Tughlaq. This is wrong. Okay. And again, it was during the reign of Devaraya II of Vijayanagara Empire that Vasco da Gama reached east coast of Kerala. Okay, so they are trying to link Vijayanagara Empire with Vasco da Gama. Okay, Vasco da Gama we will discuss in modern India. Okay, Vijayanagara Empire we discussed. Okay, which statements are correct? I think 1 only, 2 only, 3 only. Okay, so this is actually wrong statement. So answer is actually 1 only. Okay, that is, it was when Iltutmish slave dynasty was ruling over. So Genghis Khan came until Indus River. In chasing of Khawarizmi prince, the Khawarizmi empire. So we'll discuss this concept in Mongol invasion topics. Then again, 2022, again repetition of Mongol invasion. First Mongol invasion of India happened during the reign of Jalaluddin Khalji. No, before only it happened. During the reign of Alauddin Khalji, one Mongol assault marched up to Delhi and besieged the city. Okay. So Muhammad bin Tughlaq temporarily lost portions of northwestern of his kingdom to Mongols. Again repeating Mongols competing with different kings, what had happened. So that is the reason we will see Mongol invasion through different kings over there. Answer I'm sure is only B, 2 only. Okay, this is true. Okay, so Muhammad bin Tughlaq, he never lost any kind of territories to Mongols. And the first Mongol invasion happened even before Khalji dynasty. During slave dynasty only, that Iltutmish, okay, Indus River, he came Genghis Khan. Okay, that is there. And now Mongol invasion of India. We'll discuss Mongol invasion throughout the Delhi Sultans. Again, chronologically, I discussed first Mughals. Now I am discussing Delhi Sultans. So still, we'll go through because we are discussing theme wise. So Genghis Khan, 1221, chasing Jalaluddin Mangbarani, is a Khawarizmi empire from Central Asia. He came until Indus River, and this Mangbarani asked for Iltutmish help, but Iltutmish did not give any kind of help, because if he had given help, Genghis Khan would have come to Delhi also. That when Genghis went back to Turkestan, Kazakhstan region, owing to rebellion, and then East tried to safeguard this particular northwestern frontier. Iltutmish. So it happened in 1221. Okay, so Genghis Khan came until only Indus River only. Okay, so he couldn't cross Indus because Iltutmish did not give any kind to Mangbarani, and Genghis Khan had to go back to Turkestan because of rebellion at his hometown. So that is first invasion we can say. And then again Tair Bahadur, that's in 1240. So he's the commander of Herat and Ghazni and Afghanistan. He is a Mongol, and he ransacked Lahore from Delhi Sultans. He occupied Lahore, and the Lahore governor left the place, and he also inflicted a lot of pain on Lahore people also. No help was coming from Delhi because the death of Razia Sultan had happened during that point of time. So a lot of internal conflict was going on. So taking that as an advantage, Tair Bahadur occupied Lahore. But people of Lahore, and they gave a stiff resistance and even killed Tair Bahadur also. He's a Mongol general, Mongol commander. But Mongols, to take revenge of death of Tair Bahadur, they came back and they wreaked havoc in vengeance, and they enslaved many people of Lahore, and they killed many people of Lahore also. Okay, it's happening around 1240, 1241. Okay, and 1221, that is he came, that Genghis Khan came, and Delhi Sultans later reoccupied Lahore when Mongols retreated back because of the death of their king. Their king was Oktay Khan. Oktay, simply referred to as Oktay. So because Mongols went back, and now Delhi again reoccupied Lahore. Okay, now what is Balban's effort? Balban, one of the kings of slave dynasty, to safeguard India from Mongols. What he did, he sent an emission to Alauddin. He was the king, and return embassy was also sent by Alauddin in 1260. Okay, so both gave respect to each other, grand receptions to each other. So he wanted to have a good relationship with Alauddin. Alauddin is the king of we can say Mongols, and Alauddin told his officials not to invade India. At the same time, Alauddin was quite busy occupying Iraq, Syria and Egypt, so he couldn't concentrate much of his efforts in occupying India. So Balban able to maintain good relations with them. But later, Balban realized, that is after the death of Alauddin, you never know how the future rulers will how they will react to this particular previous agreement, and that is the reason now we have to take a forward policy to make some efforts to safeguard Delhi from Mongols invasion. So due to uncertainties of future, he rebuilt the fort of Lahore in 1270. Then again, he sent his eldest son Muhammad to guard the areas. That shows how much importance he gave to Mongols threat. And also he wanted to make Beas river, and that is with Multan and Lahore, with Beas river as the defensive line. So he wanted to defend Delhi with Beas as the frontier. Okay, but he later died in fighting among the Mongols, particularly Muhammad. He died in one of the conflict with Mongols in 1285. Okay, and then again the last Mongol attack under Balban's successor during the slave dynasty was in 1288 when Timur Khan he ravaged Lahore to Multan. So Lahore to Multan again was ravaged by Timur Khan, and that is in 1288. That was the last Mongol attack during the slave dynasty. Okay, therefore until 1290 the Mongols came until Punjab as well as Beas river. There was no serious threat to Delhi, but they came until Beas. They kept on progressing towards Delhi. Okay, again no serious advances towards Delhi, and Delhi was also militarily prepared because they knew the threat of Mongols during that point of time. In Jalaluddin Khalji, 1292, his efforts we can see. So the rulers Abdullah and Ulagu were the commanders of Mongols. They invaded Punjab region in 1292, and Jalaluddin Khalji himself went to fight, and some kind of agreement reached between Jalaluddin Khalji and Abdullah and Ulagu, who were Mongols, and they established some matrimonial relationship between Delhi Sultans and we can say Mongols. Okay, and because Sultan married one of his daughters to Ulagu, and some of the Mongols embraced Islam also, and they were allowed to settle over Delhi. Okay, that is Jalaluddin Khalji. He tried to have good relationship with, like Balban tried to have good, we can say, diplomatic relationship, and now Jalaluddin Khalji wanted to safeguard Delhi by having good matrimonial relationship. Okay, Abdullah and Ulagu, they were Mongol rulers, Mongol commanders also. And Alauddin Khalji, new Mongol forward policy came after 1297-98, and Mongol army under Qadar, it was sent by Dawa Khan. He was the Mongol king, and the commander was Qadar. They crossed Beas and Satluj. Again, Indus, Beas and Satluj, they kept on crossing these territories. And Alauddin sent his brother Ulugh Khan, and he defeated, we can say, Mongols. And the first convincing win for Delhi Sultans against Mongols, that is in Battle of Jaran Manjur near Lahore. That is by Alauddin Khalji, and his brother Ulugh Khan defeated Mongols. And again, this was the most convincing victory, like I already mentioned, for Delhi Sultans over Mongols in a straight fight. Next year, Zafar Khan, another commander of Delhi, defeated Mongols in Sindh. Again, Sindh was becoming part of Delhi right now. So, 2 times Alauddin defeated Mongols. But not Alauddin directly, but his commanders, Ulugh Khan as well as Zafar Khan. So, once in Jaran Manjur near Lahore, once near Sindh. That is again in Pakistan. Then again, Alauddin times, 4 more, 1299, Kulah Khan, the son of Mongol ruler Dawa Khan. Okay, so now we invaded with the intention of capturing Delhi. Okay, that is in 1299. Now there is a serious threat towards Delhi. And then Battle of Kili happened. Kili is a place just outside Delhi. Okay, and Zafar Khan got killed in initial battle. Zafar Khan is one of the commanders of Alauddin Khalji. And Alauddin had built a large front line with large force. So Mongols could not break it. So Zafar Khan got killed in this initial battle. Now Alauddin was successful in saving Delhi. So Mongols could not cross the defensive line of Alauddin Khalji. So they retreated. Who retreated? Mongols retreated. And then again Alauddin times 1303 again. Now Alauddin was away in Chittorgarh. Now taking that as an advantage, Mongols invaded Delhi. Okay, that is Chittorgarh fort, that is Rajputs. Then Alauddin came and protected Siri. Siri is just a city outside Delhi again. Siri fort is there. It's also a fort. It's also a city that is built by Alauddin Khalji just outside Delhi again. So now we came back and protected that particular place. And now we fortified Delhi. Now we understood the real threat of Mongols towards Delhi Sultans. Now we fortified Delhi. Now we brought army reforms. He enlarged the army, and he brought market reforms. Market reforms was to control the prices. By controlling the prices, he could give less salary to soldiers. If you give less salary to soldiers, you can enhance the army. So that will put less burden. If you're giving less salary, that will put less burden on the treasury. And that is the reason he brought market reforms, so that he can have broader army or a larger army to defeat the Mongols. Okay, in 1305, one more attack happened. Now Alauddin Khalji could able to defeat the Mongols. He was better prepared. Okay, so sent an army under Hindu noble Malik Nayak. Now it was completely defeated. Which got completely defeated? Mongols got completely defeated at a place called as Amroha in UP. At a place called as Amroha in UP. So that is Alauddin Khalji could able to defeat Mongols 3 times with the help of his nobles, with the help of his officers. That is Hindu noble Malik Naik, and again Ulugh Khan, then Zafar Khan. So all of them could able to defeat Mongols. He nearly lost Delhi, but he recovered quickly and he learnt the lesson. Then later he established good market reforms and he raised a larger army. In Tughlaq times, 1320, Dalucha Khan, another Mongol ruler, he entered the Kashmir valley. One more branch came until Meerut, but defeated by Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. Okay. Then again, Muhammad bin Tughlaq had the foresight. He knew that Mongols are keep on attacking. They will keep on attacking India if we don't take proper action against them. So he wanted to occupy Afghanistan because Afghanistan was the base for Mongols to occupy India. So that is the reason he raised a big army. He knew that as long as Mongols are there in Afghanistan, they keeps on attacking. So he had the plan of raising 3,75,000 army to capture Kabul and Persia, that is West Asia, but never invaded due to various reasons. There were a lot of internal revolts happened during Muhammad bin Tughlaq times. So he couldn't able to occupy Afghanistan. He couldn't able to occupy Central Asia. So later the Timur, the Mongol ruler, invaded Delhi. Okay, Timur's invasion in 1398 invaded Delhi, and Tughlaq ruler was Nasiruddin Muhammad Shah. Nasiruddin, not Muhammad bin Tughlaq, rather Nasiruddin Muhammad Shah. This was the statement which was there. Okay. Now Khizr Khan, who is the founder of Sayyid dynasty, he had helped Timur. To capture Delhi, who later established Sayyid dynasty. Timur invasion. And again, one term was used, Fanam. Okay, so what is Fanam referred to? It is coins. So where this coinage term is there, that is in Chalukyan coins. Badami Chalukyan coins, the different terms are used. Hun, Harvanu, Fana, Fanam, Arhana, Gadyayana, that is a gold coin. The Varaha, that is a coin. Okay, so these are the coinage terms that is there during the Chalukyan time period. Okay, Badami Chalukyan time period. Okay, so this is question was asked. Again, that is a few things we can build about that one, particularly the Fanam asked in 2022. This is a coin's name. Okay, and again one more. Which rulers were called as Kulah-daran? Okay, that is Sayyids. Sayyids were called as Kulah-daran. That is a distinctive cap. Kulah-daran means. Okay, calendars. This term we studied in Sufi saints. The wandering Sufi saints were called as calendars. Okay. Again, what is Kulah-daran means? Kulah-daran, also called as Dastar Bandhan. Two types of wearings we can say. Kulah-daran means cap wearers. As Sayyids used to use this distinctive pointed cap as theologians, and other theologians used to wear turban called as Dastar Bandhan. Normal bandhan. Okay, so normal cap we can say, but this is distinctive pointed cap, very long cap, that is Kulah-daran. Okay, that is Islamic theologians also, and Sayyids also use this particular thing. And the Sayyid dynasty, because it was in news, and also not in news but rather in PYQs, ruled between 1414 to 1451. Sayyid dynasty. Okay, again Sayyid's origin, it goes back to, that is, they say, claimed the descendants of Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad. And Khizr Khan was a original noble in, we can say, Tughlaq dynasty. He helped Timur, was the governor of Multan under Sultan Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Okay, now he joined Timur's invasion against Delhi. And later he established Sayyid dynasty, and he appointed governor of Malwa and Lahore and Upper Sindh after Timur came and went. Okay, so Sayyid's origin, they claim the origin from Prophet Muhammad. And Khizr Khan, he was the noble in Delhi Sultanate Tughlaq dynasty, particularly under Firoz Shah Tughlaq. He was the governor of Multan, and he joined Timur invasion against Delhi, and Timur appointed him as governor of Multan, Lahore and Upper Sindh, and he captured Delhi later. Okay, and then he did not take up the title Sultan. Sultan means authority, but continue as the loyalty to Timur, and that is, he was the loyal to Timur, or vassal of Timur. That is called as Rayati Ala. That vassal is termed as Rayati Ala. And then in 1414 to 1421, he ruled as like that one, as a vassal of Timurids. Later Timurids ultimately came and established Mughal dynasty over here. Okay, and then again Mubarak Shah later after Khizr Khan, 1421 to 1434, And now we defeated the advancing Oshangshagori, the ruler of Malwa Sultanate. That is his achievement. And he put down the rebellion of Jasrat Kokar of Punjab and managed to fend off multiple invasions by Timurids of Kabul. Okay, now he is trying to assert his authority over the Timurids. But Khizr Khan, he never asserted his authority, but rather he became a vassal. He was a vassal. Okay, and he continued as a vassal. And he owed allegiance to Khalifa, and that is the successor of Prophet Muhammad. Okay, then again Alam Shah, last ruler, 1443 to 1451. But he voluntarily abdicated in favor of Bahlul Khan Lodi, who established Lodi dynasty. Okay, this dynasty that was particularly asked in the answer option. That is the reason we discussed about that one. Okay, so now Bahlul Khan Lodi, and again Ibrahim Lodi, 1526 Babur. But first we have discussed the chronologically we have discussed first Mughals, then we are discussing about only one family, that is Sayyids. Okay, and some travelers who came to India. These are all French travelers who came to India. Okay, so who talks about diamond mines in India, particularly that Jean-Baptiste Tavernier. So all these French travelers we can discuss, that is Baptiste Tavernier, gem merchant. I visited Persia and India between 1630 1668. He also visited the kingdom of Golconda, which is known for diamond mines. And he also took certain kind of diamonds from India. So Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, 1630 1668. We can talk about Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan was the ruler. Then again Francois Bernier, French physician, visited India between 1658 and 70. That is Aurangzeb was the ruler. He wrote one book called as Travels in the Mughal Empire. Then Jean D. Thévenot. Okay, so pronunciation could be French pronunciation. French traveler again. Visited India in 1660s. Again Abbe Kar, that is Barthel Kar, pronunciation could be different. India between 1670 to 74. Again when Aurangzeb was the ruler of India, ruler of the Mughal territories. Okay, so these are something that is asked. He is also French. All these four option, that is French. One English traveler who came to India, that is Thomas Coriat. English traveler, that is Thomas Coriat, that is from England. 1615 visited India during the time of Jahangir, to Jahangir's court. Okay. Then book Greetings from the Court of the Great Mughal. That is a book written by Thomas Coriat. Okay, Thomas Coriat. Then again, this particular question was asked in 2015. Medieval Indian state, old names, and the present region, Central India, Champaka, Jammu, Durgura, then Kuluta, Malabar. Again, this was a out of blue question. Okay, so I couldn't find much information about these particular areas. And then probably local people of Malabar, then again Jammu and Central India, particularly these particular people probably knowing their name. So again, that is some old names that has been asked. You can look at the ancient Indian cities name, and then any kind of modern names are there. You can go through them. That is further build up of a particular thing. Any medieval Indian cities, modern names, you can go through that one.